Okay, welcome to another episode of Most Man. How we doing out there? Want you to like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia. Join the men's club.com website and themostmen.com. Info at themostmen.com is an email if you want to reach out to us. Come over to Rumble. Join us on Rumble. Let's go. Subscribe on Rumble. They're not censoring anybody over there. We can play ball over there without all this baloney going on out there. Got to wait a minute before we cuss on YouTube, so I have to refrain for another. Well, my timer's not on, but that's all right. So we got Brandon Brooks back in the house, the pickle juice guy.
A big deal.
And you are a big deal.
Yeah.
And we got Timmy over here. Yay. Timmy Tom Marron over there. So, fire off all your stuff, all your handles, Brandon.
Brandon, the pickle guy. I'm going to do the pickle guy.
Pickle or pickled?
I have been pickled a lot in my life, but
Me
right
too.
now I'm just the pickle guy. Picklejuiceguy.com. Not ready yet to launch that website. Getting close. And the pickle guy, ultimate hydration drink coming up.
Any other thing you want to put out there?
I have some vending stuff that I do as well. I'm a consultant broker for the vending industry. Had a very, very good day today, too.
Yes, you did.
Office. Yep.
Yes, you did.
That's what I do. Try to have good days. I wonder how many good days, like in sales, you actually have a year. So 365 days a year. How many work days are there? Do you know? Like Monday through Friday days?
I always counted 40. I counted 45 weeks is how I was always counted it.
45. Did you say, Tim?
About 250-ish.
250 days a year. The only thing is, sales guy, how many days a year do you actually have a good, great sales day? I would say 30. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'd go
your chimney
less for
sweep?
great, but
Chimney sweep guy,
Mm-hmm.
30 a year, maybe. Like knocking on doors and trying to get hustled, not referrals really, but 20 a year.
Okay, so on mine would be it was seasonal. Number one, Tim's the same way. He's an AC guy, but like home runs, yeah.
good
10 a year?
Good and great are two different things.
Yeah, I would say, is there a good to great?
I'd go 20 great.
20 a year, that's good. That's real good. That's great.
Yeah, 15 great where, you just go, man,
That was good.
I want that to happen some more.
Yeah.
So I'd say 15 a year. So today was one of the 15.
Boom. That's awesome.
Something happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in sales, so that worked out good.
Yeah, so in the way it was with back in the chimney days, seasonal, but ours were average tickets, but yeah, the where we mopped up was like a lightning strike or you know what I mean? It was something catastrophic to where it was like we need it done now and the insurance is paying, so get out here and get us under control.
Nice.
Yeah, when water's coming in the house, everybody's got their attention.
Yeah, I'll give you an example.
Water in the house and in what, the chimney business?
Through
yeah.
the roof.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
Put it back up?
No, listen to this. We had one. I'll tell you two examples. Maybe three. The one that was the most money made for the least amount of work was in South Lake. This guy calls me and he's like, dude, my chimney just got struck by lightning. And we're always hit right at the roof and where the chimney and the roof come together at the flashing, because that's the metal, or it would hit at the top at the metal chimney cap. But he called me and I drove out there, and I swear to you, dude, this chimney was probably 15 foot tall from the roof. It was on the front of the house, and there was only probably a little bit left. There was only one corner really holding this thing up from falling and going through the roof of the house. So we had to climb up there while it's lightning and raining. And this is on a Friday, dude. Call me on a Friday at 4:00 in the afternoon, and we drive over there. We get our rock climbing gear on, climb up the roof, get down to it, and we had to lasso the top of the chimney, and we
Wow.
put a rope on it, and then just threw the rope off, tied it to the back of my truck, tightened it up, and just ripped it off into the front yard. We charged them like $8,000.
Rip the chimney off?
Yeah.
Wow.
Instead of it going through, that's what I told the insurance. He's like, "What can you do?" I said, "Well, it's either going to fall through the roof and fuck everything up on the way down, or we're going to get up there,
lasso it.
Yeah, we're going to get up there and us get struck by lightning." He's like, "How much are you going to charge me to rip that thing off into the front?" I said, "It's going to be $8,000." And this is fucking 15 years ago. So we ripped it down. Yeah, we just tied it to the back of my truck. All the neighbors are standing outside going, "These freaking rednecks, man." I was like, "Well, it's either going into the house and y'all are staying in a hotel, or it's going in the front yard." We did that, and then same thing happened with this guy in Arlington. But this dude was sitting in his recliner or his chair in his living room, and his got struck by lightning. Same type of scenario. And it shot every sheet. Back then, they used to nail the sheetrock up, those old sheetrock nails. It shot every sheetrock nail out of the sheetrock in his vicinity, like the heart of the hard of the. So he was like, I was pulling nails out of my arm and my leg and all that. And by the time he got to his kitchen, which was about 10 feet away, that whole thing fell over and hit right on top of his chair.
Wow. That's incredible.
God sent him some nails to say, you might want to move.
Yeah. And then there was another one where this little old lady, not old lady, she was, she was elderly.
When you're young, everybody's old.
Yeah. So, she normally sat at the couch, when you're watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
Husband sat in the chair, she sat in the couch, the little end table in between. And this was one of those prefab chimneys that's got a metal chimney pipe flue liner. And you know how in some of those cheaper houses to where they put that fireplace in and they just put like tile around that little square and then a little tile on the floor. Well, it hit that, grounded on the rebar in the concrete, but it blew all that tile off the wall. And she just happened to be laying down that night. And there were chunks of tile like this stuck in the wall this far above where she was sitting. If she'd have been laying down, it would have decapitated her.
Dang. It's crazy, man.
Yes, wild shit. Yeah, those were our great days when shit like that happened. Because everybody's like,
So I guess the point here is that the sales came after that. We were talking about the great sales day. It's like, well, it's easy to sell somebody something after that happened.
You got to deliver.
Yeah, well, but on the great,
there's generally not emergency pickle or vending machine.
Yeah, no.
You're generally not under the gun.
Nope. No.
But I had great sales days. But you probably land some great sales days.
Well, in the middle of July and your AC's broke, I mean,
yeah.
Do you really got to be a good salesman? Just give somebody a good deal. Well, they're like, do it.
Here's a pen. Fill in your check.
They're happy to have it.
In.
Now, I always did everybody righteous. The worst thing that could happen was when somebody told me, look, man, I really don't know. Just take care of me. See, it was almost better for me if the customer was a know-it-all and shot their mouth off, because then I'll do exactly what you want me to do. And if it don't work exactly how you want it to go, then
we got to do it my way.
Well, I didn't even give them a my way. Here's what I want. And, I Googled it. I like this one. My brother owns an AC company in North Dakota. What the hell's that got to do with the frickin' heat in Texas? So it was always more pressure when they said, I don't know what I'm doing. Take care of me. Because then I'm a Christian man, and, I can't gouge nobody. I mean, I'll make some money, but, I'm not going to. But anyway.
Yeah, in the home, that That my cousin was that way. He used to call and tell me, "Man, I really popped the shit out of that ticket," and I was like, "Man,
You're a thief.
but does it really? Was it worth it? Honestly, I mean, because you know that person couldn't afford that extra $500 that you popped the shit out of that ticket.
Shit, man.
Is it worth it? No.
Now, here, Brandon, here's one for you. You need to invent a vending machine that has a camera, and the person walking up to the machine, you can see how they're dressed. It's like, hell, this guy's got a suit on. Then all your prices change before he gets there.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Yeah.
Of course, white collar in our business are the absolute worst customers you could possibly have. They don't spend. They don't spend a lick. You get a 400-person account that's white collar, I will turn it down.
Really?
You get me a 60 blue collar, hardworking,
Mm-hmm.
they will outsell that white collar office building 3 times. I should have talked about that on my last podcast, but that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Well, since nobody's going to watch this one, you can tell it on your next one.
I will.
okay,
That's good content. Tyler, mark it down, Jamie. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So why is that?
Just
Too good, or?
Oh, good question. I think it's IQ of we call it like monetary IQ, just IQ of money. And
They do the
what
math.
The value of money.
I can go to Costco and buy a case of those for 17 cents each, so I don't want to spend $1. And the blue collar guy's like, hell, I'm working and I'm fucking hungry, and give me a freaking something to eat.
Well, just acuity, you know, with money and how do they handle money? It's like going to South Oak Cliff, going to get something inside, and you're in 3 deep in line. People don't look like they have a pot to piss in, and they give me some Black and Milds, give me $10, $20 in lottery tickets, pack of smokes, and here's a 12-pack of beer at the checkout. And you're like, damn, that's $64.
They always got the money for that.
Dude, it's like you don't have I don't think you have anything.
Well, that's all my.
Then they go out to the street and hitchhike.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. All my concrete truck drivers, dude, good. They lived out of that machine, man. But here's the thing, though, is for them, they worked hard, man. So I mean, they needed that sugar boost or that Snickers or whatever it was that they were looking for. They're hungry, man.
Yeah.
So they didn't mind spending it at all.
That white collar guy, man, they just like, no, we got a Lexus to pay for. We got a Land Rover. My wife wants her hair done, you know, or some kids need child care.
Yeah,
that's the other segment of our population. They never think about that. I mean, they're just trying to make rent.
That's true, though.
I'd be thinking if I make $100,000 a year and I want that damn candy bar, I'm buying the freaking candy bar because I want the candy bar.
Yeah.
That's just the way my mind works. I work hard. I go to a bar and spend $5 a pop on beers and drink 6 of them, but I'm not going to spend $2 on a freaking ho-ho I want.
Yeah, there's your rationale. A lot of people are like they'll drive beautiful car and beautiful home and probably have a lot of stuff there, but when they get to a market or a vending machine or whatever, they won't pay that. They won't pay those prices, but they'll go eat, $100 steaks. It's just what I see, man.
It's crazy. The human mind,
Yeah. And saving. I think saving for white collar, they're more into saving.
Yeah, but is one of those guys going to take the $2 he didn't spend on whatever he really wanted and go home and put it in his 401k or something? On top of the $1.6 million that's already in there.
Yeah. Well, man.
But he didn't buy what he wanted right then.
I have seen it. I've witnessed it. I've been around super rich, wealthy people and the things they sweat. But yet I see what you have and do and spend on this. How could you? You have to be.
Well, no, they want to spend it on the image. They'd rather spend the money on the image.
I guess so. You're right.
That's a good point.
Yeah. No, all those houses that we used to go into, I mean, South Lake, Colleyville, Dallas, Plano, you know what I mean? All those, you'd pull up and you're like, damn, this is going to be a good job. I might be able to sell something here. Or, the way we did it was we offered the one-time solution. You know what I mean? That's the only thing we were selling is like, look, do you want to keep doing this, repairing this little Mickey Mouse repairs, or do you want to just fix it once and then be done with it forever? Like
Yeah.
we don't have to call. We don't have to have this conversation ever again. That's what we were selling, was the one-time, lifetime fix. And because on chimneys back then, the main enemy was water. You know, that thing's like a big sponge up there.
Yeah.
When it gets, that's the reason why you got concrete on the ground, awnings on your house. Bricks and mortar are porous, and when they get wet, it expands. When it gets dry, it contracts. It's like a sponge. Does this. So that's why everything loosens up, busts, cracks, all that kind of stuff. So our one-time fix was to stop the water from the top getting inside, because soot and water are acidic, and it'll eat the cement and the mortar. So that's what causes the repairs downstairs. And then up top, it's just the expand, contract, expand, contract.
Especially if you ever have water in there when it freezes, and then it's really
that's why
the program.
That's why it busts the face of those bricks off. When you see houses that you wondered why that brick just like a 1/16 of an inch of the brick,
Peel off.
just because it's frozen, it can't do anything else. It just pops it off. So cap, water seal, fix flashing, fix cracks downstairs, and then you're done. That's it. So that's what we sold. Let's fix it one time. It's going to cost you a little bit more. But all those other guys, like they're like the carpet cleaning industry, right? If you just buy the Teflon, you know, it's only $1.80 a square feet. I know I'm only charging you $20 a room to clean your carpet, but if you just buy the Teflon, if you spill red wine, it's going to soak in just a little bit slower.
Yeah.
You know, you're still going to have to pay us to get the red wine stain out.
Yeah.
But it's just going to soak in a little bit slower. So that's $400 when we're here for a $60 job.
Yeah. Upsell.
My mom really loves the red wine, you know, whenever fucking up my rug.
It's a little tipsy.
Yeah, so.
And Christmas, she always gets hammered, so I can save one Christmas will pay for this.
Oh yeah, no, it's funny that they'd rather save the money and they'll starve themselves, you know, to make sure they have the Lexus and the Cadillac in the front driveway and the house that you pull up to that everybody goes, and then you walk inside and it's like, man, y'all are barely getting by.
I've been in houses where they've had no furniture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big cars and no furniture.
Yeah.
And they're living there. It's not like, well, we're moving out or we're moving in or we're waiting. They just don't have any furniture.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't afford the furniture, but they got the big house.
Oh, yeah, they do.
It's nuts. Next time I sell a nice big job to somebody rich, maybe I'll throw in a little old bag of Funyuns. Say, next time you walk by that vending machine you're too cheap to pay for here, just break these out.
Yeah. No, well, I got a good story. I don't know if I told it to you or I'll wait for him to get back. But would he run to the restroom, Tyler?
One would assume.
Yeah. So
I'm not far behind him, but
yeah, we lived in a neighborhood like that it's everywhere, man.
I never tried to keep up with the Joneses, man.
No.
I grew up with nothing. You know, I say nothing. My dad worked his ass off to keep a roof over our head and food. We had everything we needed, but we didn't have any more. And I'm frugal with my money, but, you know, I let other people make money. I got to make money off other people. You know, you just find a fair balance, you know. I mean, you don't screw anybody. You don't want to get screwed. You know, and the more you live, it's back to a karma thing too. You know, the more you're just a fair, reasonable person, it just seems the more you catch breaks sometimes when you don't even deserve one. You know, which is you just got to live right.
Yeah, well, Andrew Tate's got a good line about, you know, he's made a shit ton of money, right? So we're still talking about the the image. They'll spend it on the image.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Andrew Tate's got one of the best lines of this that when I heard this, I was like, wow. Because it puts it in perspective. But what he said, look, I'm a rich guy. I've made a lot of money. He said, you know what the weird thing is about getting rich? Is that there's nothing else to buy.
Yeah.
How many watches are you going to buy? How many whatever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
how more of an expensive steakhouse can you go to?
right. Like, and there's nothing else to do. What else are you going to do?
It's kind of like rock stars when they signed their first multi-million-dollar deal, and, you know, they just always partied and, you know, did coke, smoked pot, drank. Now you give the guy $1 million. What's he going to do?
He's going to do more.
Yeah, because he, you know.
But no, it hit home. I was like, you know, that's kind of true. Of when I was making a lot of money, it was just like, this is, when you get to that level, it's like, this is it. Like, you drive for it your whole life, right? And then you get it, and it's like, so I don't know if you heard or not, but Andrew Tate has a line that says, you know, I'm rich, but once you get to a certain level of rich, there's nothing else to buy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could have a vending machine with gold bars in it and shit, you know, for the cater to the rich.
I think we've talked about this in the past, but some of the rich people I know, the uber rich, like I used to work with a guy that was Bill Gates' neighbor in Big Sky, Montana. And I was his assistant for probably 8 months. I sat next to him every day, listened to this guy. He told me, Brandon, at this level, it's just a game. It's just who has the high score. It's all people are just chess pieces, and you're just in the game. You're in my game, basically.
Yeah.
Trying to make me some more money tomorrow just because. I know. He was comparing his son-in-law. Like, oh, he's got 100 million. I want 101. We got to get here tomorrow. We got to beat him on basically a high score. It was nothing about. That's all it was about with that guy.
Yeah.
We play in a golf tournament called the one more dollar. But it means one more dollar, and that's the whole thing. How much is enough? One more dollar, because we're all trying to win more.
And they'll squeeze anybody for it.
Oh,
They'll squeeze anybody.
Johnny Piano, call out, man. How about this one, Johnny Piano? He's got plenty of money, but man, you know, well, no. What do you mean $5? Because, you know, $5 chip in or something. It's like, well, you're on the green. I mean, these guys got a lot of money, but they're like, well, did you have 27 putts or 28 putts? Well, no, because it'll cost a different extra dollar. Man, these guys, you know, their net worth's, you know, millions of dollars. And, well, let's audit the scorecard. They don't give a flying fuck about that dollar. They just don't want you to have it. They want to win. To have dibs on that. That dollar's in the gray zone. If anything's in the gray zone, I own the gray zone. I want it. It's amazing.
If anybody's listening, if anyone's listening that's like that, you're fucked up in the head. And I had a best friend, he's still a good friend of mine, have 20 years. We would go somewhere and get the check. Chili's, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Very casual. This guy's worth $2.2 billion as of last week when I talked to him. We would go to Chili's, and we'd get the check. First of all, he'd split it, and then he would come down lower, and he'd say, we don't tip on the tax. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, the tax is not what we bought. The tax, we don't tip on that amount. We tip up this amount, so we got to back the tax out and leave the tip. I was like,
oh, dear God.
That is fucking crazy. You're worth $2.2 billion?
Throw the waitress a bone.
God
God's
damn.
sake.
No shit, man.
And then he goes, well, then we break out the calculator. That's 12%. That's pretty good. I'm like, fucking leave her 20%, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. It's just...
they're
Like
working.
a starving artist, man.
Yeah, but and here's the thing. I've had a company, that coffee shop that I had. Dude, those kids or those waiters, man, they need those tips, man. That's what makes or break their week. I mean, and how would you like dealing with the public all day? I mean, we deal with you deal with the public. Tim deals with the public. I've dealt with the public,
but not mass.
Not that type of public.
They're churning the public,
especially in the food industry. Who's always looking for that's not what I ordered. Yeah. So the restaurant's losing money. She's about to lose money. Shit happens. Yep. You know? I mean, was it the waitress's fault? Did she write it down wrong? Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about...
You could have a cook that doesn't give a fuck back there. And I had one.
We're going to talk about a hot topic that I have, a hot button I've had for many years, because I used to live in Florida and I watched the industry, how the tip service industry worked. I'm going to ask y'all this question. Is there any other business you can think of ever that don't have to pay their employees, or the customer pays their employees, such as tips? Why is it my responsibility as a customer, to pay that person that you're underpaying $2 an hour, and then they have to split it with everybody in the house, but you get to operate a successful restaurant and go on vacation while we're paying your employees? And I just never it's like a racketeering, because what happens is the restaurant owner, this was big in Florida, they call everybody in. It's going to get busy tonight. It's going to get busy tonight. We need everybody to come in. Well, what happens because the restaurant only has to pay him $2 an hour. He don't care that they're calling 100 people in tonight to cover these shifts. They should care, because they have to split it more ways. But if you gave them that option, say, hey, we'd rather hustle tonight and we'll make 3 times what we normally make.
Yeah.
But the restaurant never loses. They never lose.
They're like a casino.
They're always overcalling, overstaffing, because it doesn't cost them but $2 an hour.
Hey, Brandon, how about this? The reason they're going to get busy that night is because there's a college football game in town. Well, maybe they want to go to the frickin' college football game or go tailgate. But no, they get called. They not only miss the game, then they got to go split all their tips with 12 other people
Good point. I can't if I was a lobbyist, I would lobby against that, because I watched a lot of people in Florida struggle for tips, and talk to me about what you said. Oh, the cook, didn't do a good job. They said it cut their tip. I just think that's bullshit. I know that owner. He's worth multi-million.
Yeah. No, I had that issue, and that's the most important piece of a restaurant is your cook and your kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know? And there were times that I used to walk into my kitchen at night, because that's when I had to do little Mickey Mouse repairs or whatever. I'd walk in there, and the shit that I would see you don't know how much food that I threw away.
Mm.
And I'd make a point. If I walked in there and saw some nasty shit going on, dude, I would take all of the stuff that mattered to him, everything that he needed to get his job done the next morning, I'd throw it all on the fucking floor.
Wow.
And I'd be like, you clean this shit up, and anything that I would make a mess for him. I would leave a mess as soon as I'd leave it just enough to where when he opened the door, he would step in that shit.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to live like a slob, clean up your slob shit before you get going to work.
Did you pay your employees? I know you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you paid them.
Well, the cook is the one that you're supposed to pay the most, because you want good. You need a good product coming out the other end. Right. No, hell, we're all.
Yeah, it's not just can he cook good. You got to time it. I mean, you can cook the greatest shit, but if the table don't get served at the same time,
it's called ticket time, and
we got a host you got to deal with too. The host,
they're the ones out there getting their ass chewed. Where's my food? Where's my
Yeah.
food? And then it comes out just a little bit wrong,
And they cuts their tip.
and they're the ones that get fucked.
I'm telling you, that whole business needs to be re-fucking vamped. There needs to be a lobbyist that changes that industry.
Yeah, because and their whole thing is that, well, they work on tips. They make more money on tips.
Make the customer feel guilty.
Yeah.
You got now. Have you seen this lately? Everywhere you go, you Apple Pay. They'll say, "Oh, make sure you
Donate. Do you want to donate?
Well, that's a whole nother hot button too. But you can't proceed with your transaction unless you answer the question. Do you want how much is the tip? That's the question you have to answer now.
I got hit
before
with
you
that for the
proceed.
first time. I know yesterday at McAllister's Sandwichers. And I was going to pay with, I always pay with cash in general. And then it was, well, I don't want to be left totally broke. So I'll pay with the credit card. Me and my son eating lunch. And the woman said, and she almost was embarrassed by it or something. I don't know. She says, well, there's one more question you have to answer before. And I was like, okay, well, what a debit, credit. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
And it was the tip scale.
And
Yeah,
you don't,
it
they don't even
was.
do
And you're
anything.
paying at the cash register.
Yeah, they're not
That
busting my table or nothing.
Yeah, no, that's Jersey Mike's, dude. I love Jersey Mike's. Love it. I asked the guys, like, why in the fuck do y'all have this tip? What's the do you want to tip 10, 20,
Yeah.
25%?
Or other. They give you a
Other.
chance
Just to get other, yeah.
You know, how about 6 cents?
You could put 20 cents. You can.
We'll put zero. No
Yeah,
thanks.
I put zero.
I did the
put
zero.
I'd put zero. But
Because normally the people that are preparing food, they're getting paid.
yeah.
They're getting paid. And I'm not just saying I know everything on this subject because
We want to hear some feedback on this topic.
I'm more.
Yeah,
hey, I'm more than.
service.
Well, no, I had to
Here's
pay.
where I screwed up. I should have left a couple bucks. I mean, I actually threw my own shit out, but I'd rather leave a couple bucks on the table for the person who actually came and cleaned the table, as opposed to the person who's just making my food. Do they really, can I trust them to give hell to people the same amount of money and all that? They're going to divide the tips, but what am I tipping for? It's the same thing as going through a Jack in the Box drive-through window. What are I going to tip them for?
Because the employer wins. The employer can pay a lower hourly rate. That's where the racket is.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd rather slide some money to the person
You give them
personally.
cash. I carry cash in my wallet and I give them cash. I said I don't tip on credit. Even if I go to a nice restaurant and I get great service, I'll pull them cash and I'll say I'm going to tip you cash.
We did that the other night at the concert hall.
Yeah.
Or a concert hall. Yeah, I tipped the ticket in cash. Absolutely.
Because I like this person. I want you to get the tip. I don't want the owner to get it and they split it 16 ways. You deserve this money. Here's $20.
Yeah, because we had our own waitress. What was her name? Yeah, it was some astrology signal. Since we didn't say what the place was, then it was.
I can't remember her name.
It was one of those. Anyway, constellations.
Yeah.
It wasn't Aries. That's a bull, but anyway.
That's her name?
Yeah.
Is she cute?
Yeah.
Aries.
I don't think it was Aries. It was.
Well, Aries.
It might have been Aries.
she's cute.
No. Tauro's the bull. Aries. That's what it was.
Oh, sounds cute. Was she cute?
She was cute, yeah.
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 And she took good care of us.
Yeah, she did. She brought me a full beer and I spilt it on myself.
Did she replace it?
Nah.
Mm.
I deserved it. I brought a beer in from outside. Tim was like, "Did you just walk in with that?" And I was like, "Yeah."
They're selling 16 ounces. He's got a 12 ouncer. I'm like, that thing's just screaming freaking contraband.
Well, there was nobody at the door when I was there.
Oh yeah, and he crashed the door. I mean, I had the table reserved. He walks in and sits down, and that way I go, "Did you check in with anybody?" He's like, "No." So he walks in and with his own beer and sits at the table up by the stage. I'm like, we might want to just lay low here for a minute.
I took care of him. Care of him.
Hell, we called it. We invited you.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was.
See
doing
what you
something.
missed?
I know. It sounds like I missed it. Yeah, I need to start drinking beer. You're going to make me start drinking beer again.
Jeez.
Nah.
Nah, I don't want to do that. I just get headaches, man.
Yeah,
I get
don't do
headaches
it.
and I don't sleep good, and I feel bad the next day. I get grouchy the next day.
Don't do
Grouchy
it.
as fuck, man.
Don't
Like
do
I
it.
get
Well, if you're
irritable.
not used to it, don't. And hell, after the first of the year, after I go on my cruise, I'm done for a while. I'm gonna take a break. I went and got my blood work done today, and he was like, "Man, you have like totally turned things around." Like I was like, "Well, but when you go through what I went through," so I told you, I said, "Hey, brother, you know, dude, I lost just from fasting." Talking about me and him are on the same carnivore, you know, all that kind of stuff. Dude, I lost 52 pounds just
legit.
fasting.
Wow. 24 hours or 18?
Just
18 hour
just
days.
eating one time a day.
And but what'd you eat?
Steak
Yeah.
or protein.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd cheat every now and then with pizza.
Once a week? Do we cheat or twice a week?
Like I'll cheat tonight. I'll order pizza tonight because when I get home, I'll be hungry. Or actually,
Can you have like Uber Eats while you're headed home? Just Uber Eats and
There's-
have them drop it off there.
oh, that's true.
Uber Eats has got some good restaurant. They deliver you.
Well,
good
but I
food.
live in Aledo and it's small. We have a Jake's out there.
Oh, you can eat the meat.
Yeah. No, once you told me that the other day.
Yeah.
How do they charge you like that?
I went to In-N-Out Burger the other day. I pulled up to the window, and I said, "Hey,
Do they charge you for the full meal, or
$1.16 a patty."
Dude, that's a cheap lunch.
Yeah, I got 4 of them, and then I saved a little money. Is I got up to the window, and I said, "Hey, you got some of that secret sauce?"
Yeah, Bubba.
They usually charge you for it back there. If you order it at the window, they'll tack it on like 50 cents. I think.
I always wait till I get my food and then
Yeah.
I go ask for it.
Yeah, so I ended up, $4.58. I did get a unsweet tea. $4, man. And those are in and out. That's the real patties. That ain't McDonald's patties. McDonald's got those funky
Soy.
cows.
Yeah, soy.
They got those death cows where they.
I always heard they made them out of worms out of Australia. There was that went
Oh,
around
really?
a while. Yeah, there was worm meat in those.
Have you heard that in China? Well, it's not just China, but they're growing red meat now. Have you heard that?
No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I hadn't
have.
heard that.
They're growing meat in China.
In a laboratory.
Yeah, I heard this 3 or 4 years ago. This probably longer than that. Probably 4 or 5 because I've been divorced for 2. Yeah, because my ex brother-in-law, he's been in China he's a tech guy.
Uh-huh.
He was working for Microsoft there for a while, but I think he's with another company now. But yeah, they are growing red meat in a lab over there.
In a lab. Wow.
I heard they're 3D printing red meat with the fat marbled in it to boot.
Do they color it? They probably have to color it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And they ship it.
have you? Yeah, and Rogan was talking about this the other day about what they're doing with salmon, all this farm raised salmon shit that we're buying.
Uh-huh.
You got to pay attention to the color because before they, I don't want to misspeak on it, but yeah, all this farm raised. When they tell you wild caught, farm raised, all like tuna.
Yeah.
I just bought some tuna from I was in Sam's the other night, and it said wild caught. You take the now. I'll eat it because I can tell it's clean because I know fish. But if you get tuna out of the Gulf of Mexico or out of the ocean, it's a totally different color. This is natural.
We've caught one. I've caught one. You've caught one.
Oh yeah,
Nice and bright pink.
yeah, or dark,
Dark.
like yellow,
You have
like
the-
yellowfin and blackfin are dark red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the thing about tuna is you don't ever get it wet. It'll make it mushy.
Yeah. Yeah, like sushi.
Yeah.
Sashimi.
Yeah. But the tuna that you see, because basically what they're doing when it says wild caught, like tuna,
Mm-hmm.
me and Tyler were talking about this the other day, because I was going to take a tuna trip out of Louisiana for Thanksgiving instead of going and spread my dad's ashes around.
If I would have said I'd gone, he'd have gone. He asked me, "Hey, you want to go?" I was like, "No." The next thing you know, he's up there spreading his dad's ashes.
in
But if I
Wyoming.
would have went, "Yeah, I'll go with you,"
I had every
We'd have
fucking,
been-
I
we'd have
had
been down
every
there.
excuse because I want to load up on some tuna. Have you ever had smoked? Do you like tuna?
Yeah. I'm I've been on the lion diet, so I'm red meat only right now.
Yeah.
That's just, I'll cheat with some chicken. That's about.
Yeah, but no, I'm but no,
bastard.
the whole year the whole year's been red meat for me mostly.
Yeah. People really need to do their due diligence and do their homework on the carnivore and lion and just try it. Try it. It's a little costly. It's expensive when you eat, but you will notice you will eat less. So if you spend more when you do eat, you'll find yourself eating less often. So it's not a total wash, but it does work out that way.
How many times a day do you eat?
That night,
Just
I
one.
eat right before I go to bed, and I generally, after the fasting, I'll
Mhm.
cheat during the day. Like I've had a smaller bag of Doritos or something. I just got to have something.
Yeah.
Maybe some beef jerky.
Well, you're in the vending machine business.
Hell yeah.
It's low-hanging
Fuck,
fruit.
man, yeah, man. And it's corn. It's corn chip. So your body, doesn't even, it just shits corn out. So, you
Yeah.
got some spices. I don't think it's too bad for you. You got little oils in there, but I don't know. I think it's not as a bad cheat as as other cheats.
Yeah.
Honey bun.
Yeah.
That's a cheat. That's a legit cheat.
That's a suicide cheat.
Yeah, so the red meat. is-
Evil Knievel would need a honey bun, but he jumped the Grand Canyon. He's not that crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been just everything that's going on. I don't trust me and Chris and Tim were talking about this earlier. I don't trust a damn thing that comes out of these food plants.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. And I mean, because we were talking about the coffee thing
Yeah.
and what it took me to get my FDA stamp. I was sitting there going, "You got to be fucking kidding me! This is all you have to do to package food in the United States.
Uh-huh.
This is it. This is the regulation that you have. Just shit can't fall from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a 3-stage wash sink like at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not wash your fucking dishes? You're just going to dip them in. That's the requirement you got for me to bag food to sell to the public? That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to have a men's and women's bathroom, air conditioned?
I'm surprised there's no more sickness than people have problems with their stomachs.
No wonder E. coli braided cows go out. I mean, I just don't, man, I don't trust any of this. I think this whole, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it's
Everything, don't believe anything really. Everything's a fugazi.
yeah.
So I don't trust any real source 100%. Even people talk to me, oh yeah, you did this, you did it, you did this carnivore, you lost all this weight because of that. I'm like, yeah, but the jury's still out. Even though I've been doing it for 150 days and I've seen this result, this result, I don't quite think it does what they say it does.
Exactly. Okay. In point, when we were talking about what we were talking about yesterday, when I was talking to you about, what's his name? Brecca.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like, that's a Cardone deal. I was like, oh,
10X health, baby.
well, no, that's what I'm saying. As soon as you said, it's not that I'm saying Cardone's wrong,
Uh-huh.
but there's something about him that's always in sell mode
Oh yeah.
that I don't like.
Mm.
I had no clue.
Did you look it up?
Huh?
Did you look it up? Tyler, can you pull that up? 10X health.
It's in Excel, yeah.
Yeah,
show.
somebody says, I lost 50 pounds just eating red meat for the last 6 months, and then comes out they had AIDS or cancer or something. It's like,
Yeah.
well, maybe that had something to do with it.
Well, but here's the thing.
You got to have all the facts,
Yeah.
I guess is my point.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Tim. You're the type of guy that this dude could. He doesn't eat bad. He eats good. I've known this guy for 20-something years. And
See if Brecca's on there.
No, I eat bad to your standards, trust me.
Well, but you're one of those guys. It's like how Boom was. But if you ask Boom, hey man, are you hungry? I'm always hungry, and he could shove anything down his throat, and never gain an ounce. And he'd be like, "When we eating again?" And I'm like, "Dude, we ate 2 hours ago."
Type in Grant Cardone 10X Health. See what comes up there.
But see, you guys talk about fasting. If I don't eat breakfast, I'm a wreck, man. I mean, I'll actually, my eyes will roll back in my head by about 11 o'clock. I'm ready to go down. So if I eat breakfast,
There he is.
then I can eat. I got to eat. I got to eat twice a day, or I literally will have to go to the hospital.
Well, but
You
here's
have to reprogram your body. Your body gets used to that.
Yes,
So there
I
is
believe that.
there is like withdrawals that you have to go through.
If I was stranded on a desert island and had no options,
There's breakfast.
then obviously I would be able to fight through that.
Yeah.
But here's the whole thing that I will that you, and I'm not trying to sway you either way, because dude, he's a healthy dude. This guy's, how old are you? 61.
Yeah.
He's never taken a fucking pill in his life, blood pressure. You know what I mean? Like he's a healthy horse.
Yeah. Well, he works hard. He works outside. He gets that
I
vitamin
move.
D.
I move a lot.
Yeah. Movement is medicine.
Yeah.
It absolutely is medicine. That's the way I believe.
Even when I'm fucking off, I'm moving,
Yeah.
golfing or something.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I've known him for years. He eats clean. He doesn't eat a bunch of bullshit.
Sign up now. He fucking gave that company away, dude.
Dude,
He
he
got robbed.
did big time for what you told me that he
300
paid.
G's, man.
That's fucking nuts.
He's in debt.
Well, it's
Apparently. You know, he's in debt, and here, we'll save you.
Well, as soon as you told me he was involved, I was like, oh, pump the brakes.
But Gary is the shit. He knows what he's talking about. Just think all this life expectancy thing he can predict. I don't believe that. I think overall he's got a good handle on his health and what you need to do. But I mean, there's nothing scientifically proven ever to improve your lifespan other than one thing. That is caloric restriction.
Yeah.
I was
That's it.
afraid you were going to say that because I've heard a lot about that.
See,
And I'm just a calorie machine.
through fasting, through carnivore, through whatever, caloric restriction is the only thing scientifically proven.
But here's the thing, what I was going to tell you, Tim, though, is, and I know that you'll never do it, but what it feels like to go through the day in a fast, your brain operates on a totally different level. I mean, you're clear, you're more aggressive, not like aggressive towards people. I'm just saying, like,
desperate.
You're ready to
urgency.
go. You're ready
yeah,
to go.
like you're in go mode, man. Like you're
Yeah, because you think you're starving to death, so you got to get off your ass.
You get used to that. I like that feeling of hunger. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to. That's why before I got here, I went and got my blood drawn this morning. So the only reason I ate this morning, and this is all I've had to eat, and this is all I'll eat today. I had an omelet with extra bacon,
Hell yeah.
and cheese. And dude, I only ate like that much of the omelet just to get a little bit, because if I would have ate the whole thing, I'd have been fucking miserable when I got here. I'd have been that pizza we ordered pizza last week. We were here,
Yeah.
and I was starving.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking hungry, and I ate a couple of 2 pieces and I threw it away because I knew if I ate the whole 2 pieces, I'd have been miserable.
I know what you guys are talking about.
That chili burger at Whataburger came out,
God damn.
and
Sounds good. I don't even know what it is.
it's good. Chili frito pie burger. They put Fritos
the
and onions
fuck?
and jalapenos
You're
on there.
kidding me.
I got the junior. I got the junior
Oh
one.
my fucking God.
Well, no, Tyler.
Fucking like the munchie meal at
Ye-
Jack in the Box.
Yeah, the Snoop Dogg munchie meal.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
What's
good.
Frito chili pie.
It's a double. So what they do, you can either get the full Whataburger size or the junior. And I can't eat a full meal anymore. Like if I got a value meal at McDonald's or Whataburger or anything like that, I can't eat the whole thing. I eat half. But I was just like, fuck, that looks good. And Tyler's had a couple of them up here, and he's like, yeah, the chili work. I was like, God dang, man, I need to try that.
Why'd you put that in my head?
Dude, they're good.
Got
But
a
you
visual.
better have a couch nearby.
Well, see,
For what we're used to doing.
yeah, nobody ever says they feel amazing after you eat a big meal. No one. It's usually like, hey, I need to go ahead and rest for a little bit. So that's telling you, if you want to be clearer and keep productive, don't fucking eat. Or if you do eat, just make it something your body knows what to do with immediately. Because when you eat, nobody ever says, oh, I just have so much energy after I eat.
Do you get tired when you eat like you eat? I mean, because
if I'm like really hungover and I'm just the next day and I'm just trying to get to my couch or something, and then I eat, so I don't know if I'm knocked out from the food or just I've already ran out of gas.
But do you throw down burgers during the day throughout the week?
No.
What do you eat for lunch?
Man, I'm just the biggest random shooter of
Taco Bell, Taco Bueno, or
No,
Chipotle.
I don't really do a bunch of fast food.
No, he eats good food. That's
you
what.
stop and eat. You stop and eat somewhere like a legit.
Every
place.
time I ate
Yeah.
lunch with him, it's natural food like
So
cheddars.
you spend money on good food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's important right there too. You're not eating that.
But let me tell you guys this, man. This is I'm going to make your points for you, and I'm learning a lot right here with this because I got this big cashew kick a few years back. I love cashews, and those things are so chock full of calories. It's nuts. I looked it up, and I'm like, this ain't good eating all these calories. Well, if you're eating them for dessert and before dinner and after dinner, and but I'll be out working eight hours, not stopping for lunch, because when I'm working, I'm ready to work, man. I don't, Rich, let's stop and eat the biggest lunch known to man. No, I want to work. I want to get done. I want to go home. So I'll have a little plastic thing full of cashews that I buy at my wife buys at Costco or wherever, and I can nibble on a couple cashews and your hunger just goes away entirely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make you guys this commitment. Instead of fasting, as soon as I start feeling that hunger coming on, I'll fight it off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fight it off, and I'll nibble on me a few cashews, and just that'll be my fast. I will only, and they're full of protein and nothing but they're big time. But if I eat a handful of cashews, I'm not hungry for another.
Yeah.
Or when I'm drinking beer out at the lake or something, they're like, yeah, we'll eat later tonight. And you just eat a little bit of cashews, man, you're just done. Your hunger goes away. So my point here is, if I can make my hunger go away with a few cashews instead of a monster meal, Jack in the Box meal, bag of potato chips, whatever.
Right.
In
So
my book, that's
I'm
a
going to
fast.
pull a hybrid. I'm going to pull a hybrid.
That's
fast.
a fast. That's in my book. That little thing. I mean, we mean like eating. People are like, oh, I gotta have breakfast, pancakes, eggs, whatever. And then, have you ever been with people? I know I have. You spend all day with them and they eat breakfast. Like, let's go eat breakfast. I'm like, okay, I eat breakfast. And 4 hours later, it's like, let's go eat lunch. I'm like, dude,
I know.
like we just ate. Oh no, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm not really hungry. And then 5 hours later, let's go eat dinner. It's like, dude,
That's this
that's
guy.
3 times a day.
Dude, no, this guy that used to work with me. He didn't just work with me. He was one of my right hand guys. His name's Boom. He's tall and lean like Tim. Dude, this guy, I've never seen anybody consume so much food in my life, and it never affect him. I'm talking like he can't
Visually, it didn't affect him.
He can't gain. Yeah, visually.
Yeah. Blood work. It's all in the blood.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And
I'm just saying you ask him any time of the day, are you hungry? Hell yeah, I'm always hungry. That's his answer. I'm
Damn.
always hungry.
Let's have a tapeworm or 2.
I don't know.
Shit.
I had this other guy that worked for me down in South Texas. His name was Justin. This kid, well, I say kid. He
Kid to you.
yeah, kid to me. Well, he was a kid back then, but he's a grown man now. But I took him to the store one night because we were doing an out-of-town job. He was like, man, we got to get some food and some snacks and all this stuff. And I was like, okay. I said, how much do you need? He said, oh, man, $100 ought to do it. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what do you get? This is before inflation. Right? I was like, man, what are you getting? He's like, I'm just getting the regular essential stuff. And he came out and we got to the hotel. He had every Little Debbie snack, chips, Dr. Peppers, no water, Dr. Peppers. I'm talking every Little Debbie snack known to man. And I'm like, what are you eating for lunch? And he said, this.
Damn.
And he was trim as a freaking... He didn't drink water. He drank Dr. Pepper all day long.
People always say, you're lucky. You're lucky. Well, it's in that blood, I promise you.
Right. It was
pancreas will fry.
Yeah.
And all, your liver or whatever has to break it down.
And
Kidneys.
your aorta's kind of restricted.
Over time.
Yeah.
That's
Who knows what your arteries
you got
look
sugar
like.
in your blood. That eventually will lead to
serious. Yeah. Serious.
Tyler, does that remind you of somebody that we know mutually?
That eats what, a bunch of
Jeremy. Dude, when I met Jeremy,
Snack Master.
dude, you were 20. Jeremy was like 21. I hung out with these guys, and this fucker would go into Texaco and just go pick up what you want. What do you mean? Oh, he go bag of Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, some gum, another candy bar.
He's making NASCAR proud. He's buying everything sponsored by NASCAR.
But then he spent so much time in the gym. So this happened many years with this guy, and I used to just be like it didn't make sense. First of all, how could you spend $32 at Texaco on candy?
Oh, doubt.
The second, like, how can you eat all
and
that?
didn't get gas.
Yeah, didn't get gas. I used to ask him, like, how do you spend that? He said, oh, it's my mom's card. I was like, okay, whatever. Now, Tyler, what happened to Jeremy?
Man.
Like, he came down with young age, 30? Loved the guy to death.
Mid-30s.
But he would wash his candy down with a Monster, by the way.
Oh,
too.
dear God.
30 years old, cancer, stomach cancer.
Really?
Multi-millionaire. All the money in the world, whatever. Stomach cancer.
Well, that's what you were
early 30s.
That's what you were talking about yesterday.
And he looked good. Still looks good.
Did he beat it?
He beat it, but he had to throw a bunch of the kitchen sink at it to beat it. But you still go
Wow.
through fucking chemo in your 30s.
He'd
Was that a 5-year ass
I don't.
beating?
I guess. Tyler might know. I was in Florida at the time, but I just couldn't believe. Well, I could believe it. Couldn't believe it. I could believe it. Couldn't believe you're 30-something, and I can't believe it thinking back. I'm like, oh, I think I watched you nailed shit for a long time.
Well, he was running hard, so he was drinking like, I think at one point he got up to 5 energy drinks a day. Like it was
Fucking 5.
breakfast, snack, lunch, snack.
But he was a big
dinner.
eater too. Like he would want to go eat. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. But yet tomorrow, let's go 24-hour fitness. Fuck. Okay.
Man,
Shit.
that's crazy, man.
Moderation. That's what we're.
Everything's in moderation.
Speaking of candy and Cokes, so I was scrolling through YouTube yesterday, and you brought up Joe Rogan earlier, and he had this can of Squirt on his thumbnail. I was like, fuck, what's that about? That's
like the soda can squirt?
yeah, a little green thing
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Squirt. And I'm like, what's this about? I don't know. What's he talking about? So I clicked on that fucking video, man. I can't play it, but I will tell.
I haven't heard a squirt.
Joe-
You can play
30
it. You
years.
just can't show it. We can hear it.
Tyler, you can play it.
Well, no, just
Or-
put it up to the mic.
Oh, Joe and Strav try to solve a mystery. So we're going. Can I play it just for a
You
minute?
can play the audio. Just
All
stick
right,
it up to the mic.
Okay.
Was like 37. Oh shit! And that was awesome. That's a leap, son. That was yeah. I only got to fuck her once, which is you didn't do a great job. But I dated her pussy for that was my first encounter with a squirter. We fucked her.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
That's amazing.
Thanks, man.
Are you sure it's real?
I mean,
You sure she wasn't peeing all over you?
it was clear. I've
Right,
thought
that's what
about
I'm
this
saying.
a lot.
How often do you pee and it's not clear?
And it's not clear?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. I'm not very hydrated.
Okay, that's not good. And you got to think. You
I mean,
also
it's
got
not
to
amber. It's not like, you
Right,
know.
You got to rationalize. If someone has so much piss in them that they piss while you're fucking them,
Right.
they're probably hydrated.
That's true. She
So
didn't
it's
seem
gonna be clear.
hydrated. She was a hefty gal. She was, you
She's
know.
probably very hydrated.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know. She didn't seem
I don't know what it
hydrated.
is.
She drank a lot. You
They
know.
do say it's real, but then they also say it's just pee.
I feel like it's real. I've thought about this a lot.
It's sort of like Jesus. If you believe in it,
right.
it can work for you.
You make your own thing. Faith is beautiful, Joe. And I believe it's real. I believe it's another thing. It doesn't taste like piss.
How do you know what piss tastes like?
Well, you could guess.
Clear piss?
I guess I haven't
Like
tasted
really?
I guess it doesn't
like
smell
from
like
elite
piss.
ultra runner?
Yeah. I guess
Just running with a water bladder on,
yeah.
sucking in all that water.
All right, not bad. It feels cool either way. Even if you, as long as you're right, it's pure faith, and I choose to believe it's not piss. You know,
Jamie, what is it? Has it definitively been addressed
I'm not
by
a doctor.
science?
You're not
I
in.
don't-
Wait a minute.
Have
You're
you
not a
encountered?
doctor.
Have you encountered squirters though, Jamie?
Yeah, well, yes.
But Jamie, I would like to Google. I would like you to Google what is squirting and is it really just pee?
I think you're gonna find a divided scholarship on the matter.
I think there's a lot of people that have a vested interest in believing they were pissed on.
Big piss, big squirt.
Big piss money is throwing off the data. Conclusions. The present data based on ultrasonographic bladder monitoring and biochemical analysis indicates that squirting is essentially the involuntary emission of urine
Essentially,
during sexual activity, although a marginal contribution of prostatic secretions to the emitted fluid often exists. So that's like pussy juice.
well, that's like a little.
This is doctors theorize squirting as a form of stress incontinence.
Isn't it kind of interesting though that we have
Well,
like,
I would-
you couldn't say pussy juice?
Yeah.
Like if you're publishing a,
doctor,
scientific paper,
sure.
we must have another word
Right,
for
right.
this term that's
Prostatic.
acceptable for everyone
Yeah,
to
yeah,
discuss
yeah.
the exact same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Whatever
Pussy juice.
It's pussy juice.
So you're saying we should, in the medical journals, it should say pussy juice?
Well, this is what I understand.
How is there a picture of a geyser?
If it's the
It's
same
beauty,
thing as
yeah.
that some ladies.
Yeah.
But if it's the same thing, why is pussy juice offensive?
Right.
And why is that other long ass word inoffensive? When they're literally just sounds you make, so I
Sure.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I agree with you. I mean, now we're talking about what is language.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like a different
but
word.
specifically with certain things.
Yes.
Like pussy juice.
Pussy juice. I think you'd have to go at least, I think maybe vaginal
Right, if you were
juice.
talking to a doctor and the doctor was saying, you got a problem with your pussy juice, like, this doctor's trying to fuck you.
Get out of there. Get out of here. Was he even wearing gloves?
Why do you smell like cologne?
He's like, you just fucked up.
Jesus.
Time for a little test?
Yeah. He's talking about your pussy. That's not good. Nope.
Yeah,
I
your
guess that's
cunt's
what it
all
is.
fucked up. Yeah.
You absolutely need
You got
someone to use
what I like to
words.
call rusty cunt.
Squirting is related to glands in the urethral sponge, which is embedded in the vaginal walls along the sides of the urethra. These glands, called Skene's glands, are part of the
Shout out to
urination
Skene.
process. Researchers have long debated whether squirting liquid contains pee or if it's a unique substance. In studies where researchers performed a chemical analysis of squirting fluid, they found chemicals that are also in urine. But here's the thing. I
Okay.
want to know, but hold on a second. Chemical analysis of squirting liquid. They researchers performed a chemical analysis of squirting liquid. And how doth one acquire such squirting liquid?
Hell yeah.
That went through my head
Studies of
immediately
finger
when he
banging
said
ladies
it.
until they squirt all
Asked
over
the
the
man
place.
to pleasure 5 women to find out.
Oh my God! They
Now that's
asked a
awesome.
man to pleasure 5 women. They paid a guy for
That's gotta
science.
feel awesome to be that guy.
What did he do? Oh, it was in Japan.
This is Japan. Anyway, they're going to talk about the study, but he got paid to do that.
I like that it had the same chemicals that are in urine. Well, what is that? Salt? Is it? See, yeah, I mean, you could, there's some of the same chemicals.
That's the only
Water.
That's the only problem I have with Rogan is he takes anything Google says as fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not all the time, but
Well, do you have an opinion on it?
on squirting.
Pussy juice. Is it incontinence?
Pickle juice is in it.
I was hoping they didn't say that word. Please don't give them free advertising. Yeah, but
I've encountered one.
yeah, one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check. Dude, my first girlfriend. Well, she wasn't my first girlfriend. I was her first. Dude, that girl, we called her earthworm, dude. Her clit was this long.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like a gummy worm.
Yeah, I've seen one of those.
Yeah,
One.
it's terrifying.
It is.
But if
It
you
is.
can get that in here, man, it's heaven for her.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Dude,
we called
she-
her earthworm. That's scary. We called her.
well,
Yeah.
no, I named her earthworm.
You told your friends about her?
Well, no, that's
You didn't have video back then, so you kind of like.
no.
video.
But I remember the first time that
Chiseling the rock,
we got
drawing,
together, and
cave painting.
I remember the first time we got together, man, and I went down on it, and I was like, I've never seen one of those before. What is this? Okay, well,
Before Google even, you can even look it up.
well, we were getting after it, and man, I mean, but it wasn't just that. Okay, she used to come, and this is even before we started having sex. Like, you know, she made me work a little while to get it.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, just playing with it, or just she would grind on me or whatever. I mean, dude, we'd come out of the room, and I would tell her, I was like, you need to bring a spare pair of shorts because you have a fucking spot. Her whole crotch would be wet.
God. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horny, man. God, we had, man, she was a hottie too, dude.
20, 30, or younger?
No, hell no. Like 14, 15.
Could you imagine what the fucking 54-year-old one look like that now?
Okay, but I had another one. I had another one that was probably. Be careful on this one.
You probably don't remember.
No, I now got to navigate the water. This is before.
Oh, yeah.
She was probably 25, and I was probably 21. Dude, full on.
Yeah.
I mean, just. And when it goes, it goes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one?
Dude, I was pretty young when I had my first encounter with a squirt.
But it's clear. It's not pee. I don't think
it's pee because
I
I
don't-
tasted it.
I didn't.
I didn't taste it. I didn't taste it. I mean, I haven't done urine therapy before, but I think I know what it would taste like.
Well, but I think that you would know. But I mean, I don't think that I mean, we can go down this rabbit hole if you want, but I'm just saying. I've heard plenty of girls pee, and when they pee, man, it's a freaking waterfall down there.
Yeah, it doesn't just squirt. It comes out.
Yeah,
Gushes.
I mean, sometimes I've heard women pee louder than men. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a fact.
The problem is running into the squirter at a young age. It kind of fucks you up forever because you expect that all pussy should squirt. So from then on, you know, after age 25, I just
But did y'all have sex?
yeah, oh yeah, it happened.
But it seemed like it lost the lube, though. Did you? Did it feel that way?
It just kept as many times as I could go. It just kept going. I don't know where all the water came from because she wasn't but 100 pounds.
Yeah. No, mine. It felt like it lost the lube at first, and then it would come back. Odd.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it just kind of fucks you up.
Let me throw this in from being a casual observer here. So what I think is funny, so Brandon says, you know, encountering this as a young age, it kind of fucks you up because then, and I'm ready for him to say, I didn't expect that. But then he says, well, I expected it all the time. See, my first early encounters, I never would have thought of a fire hose being involved in this shit or nothing. I mean, it would be like, well, no, that don't happen. Well, it's happening. But then you're like, well, it happened, so it should always happen. So,
Well, yeah, I mean,
But did you notice that it was much more pleasurable for her?
oh yeah, I mean, the whole experience was the best ever. So I mean, that was a one-hit wonder. And then you move on and you move on, you're like, what?
Well, my scientific
what
question
happened?
would be is if there's no like if some women don't have like an extra organ to produce this fluid, where does it come from?
Yeah.
I guess that would be my question, would be, where is this fluid stored if it's not in a reservoir that's, unique to some and not others? Or does everybody have this reservoir, but not everybody uses it? See,
that's what I'm saying, because it does come out of their.
But they have to get up to that point.
Yeah.
It has to build. It doesn't just squirt. Like there's a lot of performance that has to be done.
Yeah.
To get to that, and they know when it's going to. I mean, the porn industry kind of. It kind of, now girls watch it and they fucking probably make themselves eventually get there.
Yeah,
but
it's just like having. We were talking about this yesterday, and
not everybody lasts an hour and a half. Like unless you're.
You got to get the alcohol mixture.
Oh yeah, you have to get the alcohol
whiskey
right,
dick going,
or the Cialis stuff you're talking about.
Yeah. But
whiskey dick.
Yeah. Or
do women get wetter with alcohol or just wilder?
Wet and wild, baby.
Yeah.
Get some season tickets.
Yeah, I think they just get wilder, which makes them.
They let loose,
and
more.
That makes them let go.
But here's. I won't say who. Okay, but for me, I'm a marathoner. I can go if it's just the right
recipe.
Yes, and it typically involves a little bit of alcohol.
With numbing agent.
Yeah. It's not that hard to get them off at first. I mean, those come pretty quick. But dude, if you can get into that 45 minute to an hour range, that it just starts. It builds, man, and you'll leave them there shaking. I mean, they're just like I've never had that happen to me before.
They'll push you off of them and say, "Go ahead and I'm done."
You know when you hit the home run where they're like pushing.
See you later.
Yeah, they're pushing you off.
I don't want you around me.
Yeah, like don't kiss me, don't touch me, don't do nothing.
Still quivering.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay here, but you quit fucking touching me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like childbirth. This is your fault.
I had this girl. I had this girl from.
Can we have another one?
I had this girl from Honduras. I don't know if she was a virgin or not. This one when I was young, but I remember I was like, "Dear God, you have neighbors," and she's like, "I don't give a fuck," and I was like, "Man, you are the loudest I've ever heard in my life," and
you got to bang your head on the headboard. You just got a fucking air horn. Fucking blow.
No, that's she. I remember her just like fucking pushing me off, and I was like, "God damn, what I do wrong?" I mean, it just sounded like it was all good, but what the fuck did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I just delivered the home run, man. Come on.
I don't need you anymore.
Yeah. Let me sit here and bask in this stuff.
Yeah, man. Tyler.
I hope we cleared this up for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You encountered a squirter, right? Maybe? No? Okay. No, they're not caught. Joe Rogan, towards the end of that, he says he's never encountered it.
It's rare.
Yeah, it is rare.
It's very rare.
They're unicorns. Maybe rainbow unicorns.
Yes, they are.
But you won't forget them.
Maybe there's a credit union out there, Squirters Credit Union, because you got to belong to a certain group to belong to a credit union.
I tell you what, they never leave your head.
It could be the Squirter Credit Union.
Like we were talking about earlier, this is where I thought you were going with that whenever you brought that up, is that he's got another clip of they did a study on a girl over in, what country did I say she was from?
Honduras. You said
no, that was the girl I had. It doesn't matter what country she was from, but they developed a device that they
Oh,
insert
the hot button.
the orgasm button.
Wow.
They tested this woman.
You know about this?
No.
Oh,
First I heard-
already.
First I heard was
It
earlier.
had to be over in China because it's almost like a rat experiment.
Yeah.
It was an experiment.
Damn. You know about this?
No, they put
No, when you said hot button, I was like, and he goes, yeah, hot button. I'm like, shit.
No,
these
the
dudes
or-
are on
no,
the
the
same
or-
board.
He said
No,
something earlier about it.
orgasm button. They did a human study on it. Had to be in China or one of those places over there to where because it's kind of it was a human experimental process to where they put some device into her clitoris, okay, that just was like
Implant?
it was just like a and she just
Wow.
and they wanted to
Sounds
know
like Chris's buzzsaw over there. She got a little of that.
Yeah.
yeah. What's his name is botanical? What's his name? What's his stuff's name?
He may not be want to be associated with this one.
Botanical boner.
Huh?
Botanical boner.
No, it buzz.
No,
Buzz
it was the name of
Botanical
his sex lube.
Yeah.
I guess this is a good time to promote
it's a
this.
buzzing sex lube, but
Yeah.
he had a guest in here earlier, right?
One of our compadres.
Yeah, this
Where's
is it
his
right
phone
here.
number here? He's got
This is like adding a 9-volt battery to your dick. And giving her a 9-volt battery inside her.
damn 9-volt.
I'm testing this out Friday night.
Does she know? Is she going to watch this? The
Yes,
Friday night
I don't
date?
care if she watches it or
Okay.
not.
Oh, she might be looking forward. She's going.
Oh, I've already set the appointment. We have an appointment set.
Okay.
Yeah.
What with Friday?
Yes, but it's
Is she going to get? She might get cleaned up after this. She might.
she
take
get
an
cleaned
extra
up
time.
either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're taking care of business. Okay. But no, they did an experiment to where would a woman hit the orgasm button if she had a chance to have an orgasm, and this girl was just like, she would not stop pushing the
Damn.
button.
Really?
Yes.
Just put an anvil on it and go to bed.
Yeah.
She wouldn't sleep.
Yeah. No, that's where I thought when
She's
you
addicted.
brought that up earlier, I was like, I heard that, and then you were like, no. Yeah, but yeah, it's
I don't get to hear Rogan much lately because past 2 years on Spotify. It's like, fuck, man.
dude. Spotify is so hard to fucking use, man. Have you noticed that?
I
Like
just don't like it.
but
Yeah,
here-
you got to have premium. You have to have premium.
I know, but you can't add it on your phone.
I
You have
know.
to get online or like
Well,
on your computer. Or
I
something.
love Spotify, but I just listen to music.
But how the hell do you get on there?
Well, I don't know. I got kids. Hey, hook me up.
I've tried so many times. I used to have Spotify, but now you have to like use your computer or something to get on there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've tried so many times to get Spotify Premium, and it won't let me do it on my phone.
You know, his contract's about up. And from what I hear, he's going to be a billionaire the next one. He's doing it for 10 years, 1 billion or something like that. 7 years, 1
Oh,
billion.
dude, he's gonna mop it up.
And
Here's
he
my
probably
prediction.
enjoys what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's not even work for him. Wouldn't you enjoy
Does
just
this-
talking
does
to interesting people all the time? I mean, that's just crazy how talk about doing a job that you love.
Man,
Does this seem like work to y'all?
I'm hungry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Well, Tyler,
well, if you eat something,
Tyler.
we got a honey bun over here for you.
Yeah, I'm going to go get a cinnamon roll. I got a cinnamon roll in the car.
That's what I mean. Yeah, the
Yeah.
old cinnamon roll.
But no, I mean, well, Tyler, you're out of this question for this second.
Yeah. Well, he's getting, does he get paid? Because none of us, this is all free. So,
Fuck yeah, he gets paid.
well, then he's got to work.
And
I didn't make any money this hour.
dude,
Fuck.
Tyler,
Hey, you had one of your best days of the
I did.
year.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Okay.
about this last night.
I ain't got paid yet, though. It's going to take some time, like real estate.
Yeah, I was thinking about this last night. I was like, dude, I've got to come up with something special for Tyler, because dude, like a tagline or something that he gets every night, or every episode.
You need some love.
Yeah.
Yeah, No, you-
Featuring,
Yeah,
brought to you by.
yeah. Well, it's more than that. It needs to be special. I've got some notes
Okay.
written down at home.
On the thumbnail or
no, just on here every time.
yeah.
I'm not going to be like, hey, Tyler, Jamie, look this up. No, Tyler's got credibility here, man. Yeah, Tyler's got credibility here, man.
Well, I did podcasts with Mark, in the beginning of this, and Mark did a good job of setting up what went on, and then it was always going to move to the studio. This is 1,000 times more off the chain.
Oh,
and,
dude.
I mean, it's so much more professional. Tyler got hired. I mean,
but have you seen the level of shit that he does compared to what was going on before? It's
obvious that he knows what the hell he's doing.
He showed me, he did something with a small clip that I recorded, and he sent it to me. He said, what do you think? I was like, that's exactly fucking what I could just wish for. That's exactly, and I didn't give him any direction.
He does it every time.
I said, that's exactly what I had in my mind, and that is absolutely fucking perfect.
He does it every single time.
Well, don't say he'll be bucking for a raise here in a minute.
Oh,
I'm still not done yet.
I'll be chipping in. I don't mind.
Heck, man, they introduced me to go watch some ZZ Top tribute band a couple of weeks ago, and they were videoing it to do some promotional stuff. And, since I'm kind of a part of this in the background, and, hey, come on, check this out. What a great night that was. Me and Mark were off on the side in the backstage watching Tyler out there with the camera and walking around through the band. And,
was it his gig or was
ZZ
it
Tex?
this gig?
No, it's the guy that built our computer. It's the guy that built that computer for us.
Uh-huh.
He was like, yeah, man, I'm looking for a promo video, this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, here's your guy right here.
Damn.
And
did you get it done? The promo video?
Yeah.
Or is it still?
Yeah, the audio was a little.
Because that shit ain't easy. It takes a long time.
Dude, he was fucking soaking, sweating. He was sweating all the way down to here.
Damn. Shit, working up a sweat, man.
He walked like a fucking spider. You should have seen this big 6-foot behemoth of a man walking like a fucking lizard and a spider.
Damn.
Trying not to trip over anything and falling into the drums.
Right?
Dude, it was impressive. It was impressive. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, Brandon, I did video Tyler videoing the band.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. I got some video of him working his way through.
That's good for his production or whatever you are doing,
Yeah.
Show him doing the work.
His resume for when he gets another job.
He
ain't going anywhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you back there.
Fucking hire his ass. He's a fucking lush. You don't want him.
He's got a piece of the action around here.
Yeah, nobody else is gonna give him part action.
Dude, I had the worst screw up too, and I did that as that's where I messed up on part of your shorts too, Brandon, because the same thing happened at that concert. So when we do these podcasts, I turn this camera, the microphone off because it echoes really bad. But I have an external microphone that I connect to it because the audio is way better. I mean, camera microphones suck. It sounds like crap. So I had a firmware update that happened on my external recorder, which caused the automatic recording to turn off also. So I had my backup didn't work. My camera didn't work. Fortunately, I started getting these text messages from Tim. He's uploading all these videos to YouTube. And then he starts sending me time codes. So we saved, he had like a couple of full songs. So we saved a couple of these. And I'm having to tell this guy, yeah, this filmed for like 4 hours straight, carrying this 25-pound rig and sweating to death. And I ruined the whole thing. But, man.
You ruined the whole video?
Almost. Tim.
You got it, though?
Tim saved the day.
Damn.
So he got the YouTube video with at least three full songs. He found the timestamp of when they started recording, so it matches up with my camera. I'm going to have to go back and piece it all together, but, dude. Tim saved the day.
Yeah, that was a blunder.
I show up drunk, drink beer, video 3 songs, and he worked his ass off all night, and I had to save him.
And what's in it for you?
Oh yeah.
Did you get free beer?
They're all my friends.
Yeah, you own a beer, Tyler.
But I do have a YouTube channel, and I do whenever I go see a show, which I see a lot of live music. I'm a live music nut. That's my shtick, is I will videotape a full song. But the one thing that was cool was I videotaped 2 songs in a row because I knew it was a slow bluesy, and I knew they're going to roll right into a jammer. And sure enough, they did.
Damn.
I'll teach Tyler the ways of the freaking magic, you know.
And that blues song was the best one that I filmed too. Like I was on point with that. And now I didn't even notice that they did the jammer after. So I'm gonna go back and
Beer drinkers and hellraisers after that. You can't get any better than that.
You can't get
sounds like a
no
bar.
better than that.
Beer drinkers and hellraisers.
It was
Sounds like a bar.
the first song was
ZZ Top. You don't know
my-
Beer Drinkers, Hellraisers?
my blue
Oh, dude.
Is that a
Blue,
song?
Blue
Yeah.
Jeans Blues. It's a song about this guy used to fuck this gal, and then he lost his favorite pair of blue jeans, and then years go by, and then he runs across her. So he's thinking about how he's going to get his blue jeans back.
Damn. I
Yeah.
have to listen to that song on the way home.
He's happy as hell.
Shit, I'm out of the loop, man. I'm not a ZZ Top fan. A little before my time.
Yeah. No, I'm a heavy ZZ.
Well, here's the thing. The old ZZ Top was an old blues band.
Yeah.
And then they turned it when MTV came out. Then that's when it kind of got more. A lot of people were like, they sold out. They didn't really sell out. They just started making $1 trillion fucking dollars. They made way more money off of their selling out, if you want to call it that, than they did off their old blues shit. But give me the old blues shit.
Do you like live music in the area, like Dallas Fort Worth?
Sure.
Have y'all ever seen La Freak?
Yeah.
Fucking
good.
The best live band I've ever seen in Dallas. They're,
I gotta
they're
go-
70s disco.
Dude, they've been around for a long time.
I
They
saw
are-
them when I was
Freak,
21
Big
years
Sheep
old.
Deal. I remember that song
La
when
Freak.
it came out.
Dude, they're just a local
Yeah.
No, they're a
band,
they're a cover
Sure,
band for
cover.
they're a cover band for disco.
and it's fucking great.
Dude, they are fucking on.
They're performers.
When I was 20 in my 20s.
I'm anti-disco, but
Anti-disco, dude.
No,
Women
dude,
love it.
No, dude, these fucking dudes.
I
Rock.
appreciate quality music.
Man, no,
So-
they are. And
Hey, I'm 61. I'm old enough to forgive and forget how disco ruined fucking rock and roll. It didn't ruin rock and roll. It detracted from the focus. But hey, it was something for everybody, man. Hey, you want to go listen to disco? Go listen to disco.
When's the last time you saw them?
Good question. 2.5 years ago at
Are they still as good as they were 20
Oh, dude.
20 years ago?
Hell yeah. Just as fucking good and just as many panty droppers out there. Man.
Oh,
dude.
Hello. Yeah, go to a La
Most
Freak
men
shit.
moment.
Most men
If
moment.
you're single, get your fucking ass, go
To-
see La Freak.
Yeah,
And
it
You
is
don't
a
even have to
panty
dance.
dropping fest.
Jesus Christ, man. It's hard because you take a date there. You're like, oh, take a date. Let's go see La Freak. And you're like, God, I
fucking
can't
gone.
concentrate.
They're not, and they're up from their table. You're sitting there. If you're not
Oh,
out
that
there
too.
dancing,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gone. These girls are gone, dude. They're out
Man.
there.
They're getting, squirters out there, man.
Yeah.
Shit fire. God.
Yeah, got to get a mop out for the fucking.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting lucky that night. You
Yes,
want a
you-
sure win? You take them see
to
La
a
Freak.
Yes, sir.
I follow them on Facebook.
You know what? We'll stay in touch about send me off, or me and him will go, or
Glass
you can join
Cactus,
us
man,
or
in Grapevine.
something.
We'll just check in there.
Oh dear God, I live there.
Party our ass off that night and go see La Freak. They play on New Year's Eve, matter of fact, every fucking year out there.
I'll be on a cruise.
Yeah.
I'll be getting ready to go on a cruise.
I got a 14-day cruise.
You know what though?
Christmas and-
That'd be the night where that'd be the worst night to go see him.
Probably, yeah. You won't see them.
It'd cost a fortune. It'd be a clusterfuck.
Yeah, probably just a regular night.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
see 'em.
slide in and go see them when they're
Oh,
just
man.
somewhere.
I know of a good New Year's Eve party.
Yeah.
Just kidding. First time I ever met Brandon.
That's that yours.
Are you done that?
That's yours. Here's mine.
But
A New Year's Eve
I didn't
party.
drink out of
Oh,
this one.
Tyler's talking about something from New Year's Eve back when he was 22. Holy shit, our biggest fucking party you could ever imagine with the Adams Mark Hotel in, I don't know, 19 or maybe 2000. I don't know when it was. He probably knows. But
It's like 05.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It's a two-tower hotel, and everything happened but the thing crashing down.
I mean, they just allowed so much debauchery to go in this hotel. Lord knows how much shit was broken, and There was shit everywhere.
Was that here in Dallas or what?
Adams Mark Hotel? Is it still
Downtown.
Adams Mark? I don't know if it's still.
It's the Sheraton now. It was in downtown Dallas.
Jesus, dude.
Oh,
I have just
dude.
blurs of that night, but
We opened up the elevator at one point. It's like probably 4 a.m. and this dude grabs the phone on the wall and just pulls it. All his wallpaper just.
one of the stories there, glasses just thrown down hallways, and it was nuts. But yeah, that was a New Year's Eve party. So
That's what kind of happens on New Year's. That's why you don't drive on New Year's Eve.
In Flower Mound, I fucking at 8:30, my wife and I are coming back from Tom Thumb and Flower Mound. I got a goddamn rolling stop ticket at 8:30 p.m. from a cop. Gave me a ticket for a rolling stop. He pulled me over, said, "Yeah, I'm just looking for suspicious behavior." I said, "I got kombucha and a ribeye." He said, "Oh, you didn't come to a complete stop. I got to give you a ticket." I said, "Dude, it's fucking New Year's Eve. I'm trying to get home early."
Jesus Christ.
He fucking stroked me a $285 fucking ticket. I fought that ticket and I lost. They threatened, they got video surveillance. They're going to see if you. I said, "It's a rolling stop on New Year's Eve, man. Come on."
I'll tell you how to get out of tickets. You set them for jury trial.
Although she said you want to go to a jury trial. I mean, it's kind of
Damn-
spooked me a little bit, and
damn
I just
right
paid the
you-
$245.
No. That's how you get out of tickets, dude.
Well, she's threatened me. It could double.
Huh?
You could double or
No. Here's the thing.
Prosecutor
Dude,
on a rolling stop.
dude, I'm 37-0 on tickets.
Damn.
I fought them myself. I got 120.
I went by myself.
Yeah, I fought. I won a 121 mile an hour and a 65, and got that dismissed.
Shit, fire.
Yeah. No, you set it for jury trial. They'll let the cop off once. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the whole ticket about this. Okay? They don't have the money in their budget to do all this stuff.
To fight it.
Cities are broke, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're broke.
That's why they're out there giving tickets.
That's amen. And that's what they plan on, is if you just plead guilty. Okay?
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, if you just plead guilty, we'll give you the 90-day probation, you pay the fine.
If you play nice, we'll play nice. Just write the check.
Give us the money. It's not about right or wrong. It's about revenue.
Yeah.
Okay? Here's the deal. So you set it for jury trial. Now, and here's the thing. I am pro police and all the other shit. All that I'm not saying but the cities, fuck you. That's what these tickets are about. It's not about right or wrong. It's about revenue. Okay? So So what you do? You set it for jury trial.
Most men moment right here.
Most man moment, not men.
Man.
Most man.
We
moment.
are men, most man, but they are men, I guess.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, so you're over here.
I was looking at your.
Okay. So
Beautiful TV.
no, you set it for jury trial. Okay. You have up to 2 times that you can reset anybody. It's your attorney, you, anybody. You have two times to where you can reset. Okay, because there's doctors, sickness, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you set it for jury trial. First court date comes up. You call in. You got up to 48 hours before this happens that you got to get your email or whatever in saying, hey, I'm going to reset due to X. Okay? They're going to let the cop off for that one because they're expecting you to come in and make a plea.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you go to the second one. Get to the court date, and you reset it again.
You reset it. The client? Or you
yeah.
can reset it?
You can reset it. You get
I didn't know
twice,
that.
2 times.
I didn't know. So,
They're not going to let him off the second time.
mm-hmm.
So now you're going to court,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to jury trial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You know who James Mallory is?
I don't know.
He used to be the biggest ticket attorney in Fort Worth. Okay? This is his method.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Set it, reset it, set it, reset it. Now you're going to court. But you got to have the balls to follow this through.
Mm-hmm.
To where you walk in and the prosecutor, and this is over a $150 ticket or $200 ticket.
Oh.
The prosecutor's going to come to you and he's going to go, are you really going to take this to trial? And the answer is yes, I am. It's my God-given right, right? Until you change that paperwork to where it says the state of Texas versus me, I've got a 50-50 shot in this deal. So let's fucking go. Bring them 12 in here, and let's fucking go. It's up to you to prove to the jury that I'm guilty. Every single time, he's going to look at you like you're fucking crazy, and he's going to look at the judge, and he's going to go, this one ain't worth it.
Even if they have video evidence of you not stopping.
They have to go through the whole fucking trial. They ain't got the money to pay for the trial.
And they got jurors they can barely get to show up, and they're all just sitting there.
You know, and we're fighting over a $200 ticket. I'm losing all my money at work right now because you're fucking going to take this to fucking trial.
They're going to rifle through 12.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Well, and then what if the cop doesn't show up? That road
he can't show up because he was allowed the first time. They can't afford to leave.
But I mean, even if he did, I mean,
even if he did,
there's a potential for him showing up. But even if he does show up, then, like Mark's saying, you got to go through this big kabuki dance that's going to take 15, 20, 30 minutes.
No, it's going to take a day.
Or
a half a day.
A half a day.
Yeah.
And then
they got to buy pizza for all the jurors.
Listen, even if it took an hour, they want to do 40 in a day. They don't want to do 6.
No.
Yeah, they're like, get him out of here.
Okay, so here's how I learned this. Check this out, and we're going to end it on this. Okay, because we've been rolling 100 hour and 35. So being in the concrete business, all my CDL truck drivers, okay, commercial driver's license. That's why they have to have a commercial driver's license. Okay, because he is responsible for that ticket, not the company. He's responsible for making sure that all those lights work, everything's kosher, safety, blah, 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 right? All the rules. Okay, so they get pulled over. Those DOT stops are not cheap, okay? That's the reason. They're thorough. But no, they're not that thorough. No, they're not. What they're doing is they're just marking shit, okay, to where
those are bigger tickets, obviously.
Oh, dude, it's
by thorough, I just meant they can find something.
Oh, they
may not find everything, but they can find something.
They're gonna find something.
They're
anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000 stops every single time.
Damn.
Okay, and they're not videoing shit because they know that I'm not gonna lose an employee because they know that he can't afford that ticket, and I'm gonna pay it. To keep my employee, because if he doesn't pay it, he goes to jail. He loses his license. He loses his whole way to take care of his family, right? So as a good citizen and American, I'm going to take care of my employee and pay that ticket, because it's not hard. It's not easy getting butts in seats.
Oh yeah,
right.
Drivers
or good ones. You know, if it's a good one, you're going to pay that ticket to keep him. Okay, so when I first started my company, I drove a truck and I didn't have a CDL. Okay. And we're fucking going up to South Lake doing some pool job. We had every single one of our trucks were so overloaded. It wasn't even funny. It looked like. Oh, overloaded. Dude. Yeah. The fucking tires were square at the bottom. They weren't round anymore. Okay. Yeah. So all of a sudden, my guy radios me and he's like, "Hey man, there's a DOT stop up here, Mark. You need to exit." And I'm like, "Man, I've already missed the exit." I was the third in the back because they were in my screen. Because this dude comes to work, this new driver shows up fucking puking all over the place, and I'm like, "Dude, fuck out of here. I don't want to get sick.
Yeah,
you know, go home. I'll take it. I don't have my CDL. I know how to drive one, but I don't have my CDL." So we get up there, boom, they pull me over. He walks up and he's like, you know, license, blah, 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 all the fucking paperwork that you got to give him. And I'm like, fuck, man. So this is my first day. These motherfuckers just threw me in the truck. I don't know where any of this shit is. because I didn't know what the hell he was talking about because we didn't have it. The paperwork that we're supposed to have.
Yeah. Just in general?
Just in general. No, dude, we were broke when we started this company,
Damn.
dude. We were broke.
Damn.
Okay.
And getting broke, or if this didn't go good.
Yeah, because this started in 2008. I started my concrete company in 2008 when the construction industry went from here to here.
Yeah.
The worst recession that the construction industry has ever seen.
Damn.
So we're just fighting to stay alive. Okay. So he's like, give me your license. Gives me, and I'm like, I said, man, this is probably my last fucking day here. These son of a bitches, they don't have their shit together. This, that, and the other. He's like, hold on, I'll be right back. Goes, runs my license, comes back, and he said, this your first day? I said, yeah. He said, it's kind of hard to be your first day when you own the company. And I was like, fuck.
Gigs up.
And he's like, you don't have your CDL either. He's like, get out of the truck. You ain't going nowhere. Somebody else is coming to pick this thing up. And you're not going anywhere. And you're getting a shit pile of tickets today. So I get into his SUV with him, the state troopers. Okay.
In the front seat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was cool.
To shoot the shit?
I ended up taking these guys on a fucking fishing trip, too.
God, man, that's a big story.
Yeah. They paid. It wasn't an exchange for any of the bullshit, but we had all sorts of time. And he's like, dude, you got fucking elephant nuts. What the fuck are you doing, man? And I'm like, dude, shit had to be done, man. Had a guy show up sick and, shit's got to be done. He's like, well, I admire that, but I can't let you out of these tickets. And I'm like, all right, cool. And we get back to the shop.
He stroked you the ticket.
Oh, yeah. It was like $5,800 worth of tickets. And I couldn't afford this shit back then either. I was just like, fuck, how am I going to pay this? So, get back to the shop, and I was like, man, I beat these speeding tickets before. And I told him when I got out of the SUV, he's like, man, I wish the best to you. He said, man, get your fucking shit right. And I was like, I will. I promise. But on the drive home, I was like, man, I've beat these before with the same formula. So I did it. And I remember thinking, fuck, I'm going to jail. If I lose this shit, I'm fucked. Okay? So we go to court. I did it the exact same way that I just told you. Okay? And the prosecutor, when we got to that point.
The third time?
Yeah. He looked at me and he said, are you sure you want to go through with it? And I said, yes. I said, bring him in here. Let's get this show on the road. And I represented myself. Okay? And that's the learning point. Is because I did it for another driver. And this is the learning point. Is the judge, he gave the judge the look like, we're not doing this.
Damn.
And the judge, I walked outside into the hallway. He dismissed it.
Shit.
And he walked outside and he pulled me aside and he said, man, he said, let me shake your hand. He said, how the fuck did you figure this out? And I said, what do you mean? He said, how did you figure out if you don't have a CDL that you can fight this ticket legally?
Because, a normal person is like, you don't have one, you're red-handed, it's over.
If you have a CDL, you can't fight those tickets. It's automatic.
It's never over till it's over.
It's automatic that the CDL holder has to pay that ticket. And they know that the owner's going to pay it because that guy can't afford it. Okay? And I shook his hand and I walked off and I was like, fuck. I just got out of that. Okay.
And he gave you the information.
That's right. And then the next one comes along. One of my drivers. This is the guy that, no, I wasn't telling you about it, but this is the guy that got care flighted off a job and this, that, and the other. So I'm going to fight another ticket, and I'm like confident now.
You got elephant balls.
Yeah. And he
Squirting elephant balls.
squirting elephant balls. That's right, baby. So, the next judge pulled me. He didn't pull me aside outside, but he's like, everybody, get back to your spot. He said, I want to talk to you one-on-one off record. He said, how the fuck did you figure out that you can fight these tickets? Because that's what I told him. He said, you're representing your driver. And I said, yeah. I said,
this is the second judge.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I did is I got a power of attorney
Mm-hmm.
to represent my drivers because I didn't have a CDL.
Okay.
Okay. And I did the same thing and they dismissed it. And he pulled me up and he said, dude, how did you figure out that? I said, because here's the chance. Until you change the state of Texas versus my company and him, because you put my company in there too. Don't get me, because that's my DOT number, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they do it. It's attached to my DOT number and the driver, because they know that if I don't pay it, I'm going to lose my DOT number and I can't operate anymore. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And they don't want you to lose a driver, so they just figure they got you in a corner.
Yeah, they think that. Okay, so I said, again, until you take out the state of Texas versus me and my driver, if you want a chance in hell of getting your money from me, you got to go through me. And I'm telling you, I beat over 23 tickets.
Damn.
Every single time.
Most man moment.
Most man moment.
Golly.
Grab your fucking nuts and do your fucking research and don't fucking back down. It's not about right or wrong. It's about revenue.
So we're supposed to be in this world together, you know, brotherhood and all these this country and everybody's togetherness, and we're supposed to fight as one, but yet you slip up, we'll fucking find your ass, brother.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, come on, man, I'm a fellow person, I'm a fellow American here, brother.
Yeah.
Like, why are you sticking this shit to me?
Well, here's the thing. Here's. Do you know for every guilty plea, that's why they do it. If you just plead guilty
Mm-hmm.
and take the probation and pay the fine, do you know that they get rewarded for that? They get paid
Like
from the Fed.
Like the other deaths?
Yeah.
The sickness?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. If you just write COVID on there, we'll send you $50,000.
Mm.
Kind of shit.
Well, I know when I went to my first day to get the ticket, I walked up to the window to tell the lady for my speeding ticket that I choose to go to court. She just said, she didn't even say, may I help you? I had my ticket in my hand. I walked up to the counter about to tell her, and she goes, how would you like to pay? I said, that's the first thing she said to me. How would you like to pay? She didn't say anything about what do you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to go, how would you
Yeah.
like to pay? I was like, hold on, we're not there yet.
No, we're not.
But they're programmed. How would you like to pay? Chick, 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 chick,
See,
chick,
yeah,
chick,
yeah.
chick.
That makes sense now to you. What
Yeah.
he just said
Exactly.
was
It all adds up now.
It does. Okay, and here's another one. On that 121 mile an hour ticket, I had a Camaro that was hopped up to the fucking tens.
Z-Rock?
No, it was
Fucking Z-Rock,
it-
bad. Z28. I-Rock.
IROC was a bad one.
I-Rock, Z28.
IROC was the NASCAR race where everybody drove the same car.
There was
that
a-
was the IROC.
But you remember the I-Rock race.
the Z28 or something was the.
So I'll tell this story and we'll end on this. This is a good one. You'll like this one. Okay, so I had a 2011 Camaro that was fucking chocked full of horsepower, dude. This thing had like 1,200 horsepower. It was fucking fast. And I'm showing one of my buddies how fast it could go after we did all the work too. It's got headers and it's just
Loud as fuck.
stupid as fuck, dude. Shouldn't be on the highway. It's a Sunday, and I fucking whoa, fucking blow by this cop. I didn't even see him. Okay, and I look way back in the back, and he's way back there, and I look down, and I'm fucking hauling ass. This is the best part of the story. Okay, and Yeah, we went beyond it, didn't we? Look at the
TV actually timed out, so
yeah,
the video's still good.
Okay, all right. So I look back there and I'm like, fuck, I can't outrun the helicopter, right? So I pulled over.
Hold on, you passed a cop. Oh, and then you think
I never even saw him, but
you saw a helicopter, or you think he's on a
no,
dispatch
dispatch one. If I keep going,
yeah,
right, because 820 and like Hemp Hill is where I passed him. Okay, didn't see him, but I saw him in the back, and I was like, Jesus Christ, man, I can't outrun this guy. So, and it's Sunday. There's nobody on the highway, and I wasn't even going to run anyway. So I exit at the Sam's at campus, and dude, this fucking cop jumps out of the fucking car. We're going to end it on this, I promise.
No, it's fine. I'm interested.
Yeah, I do got a question for him when you're done.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, dude, we're going to fucking jail. Because anything over 100, they can take you to jail at their discretion, period.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He runs up and he's like, I want your fucking license and registration and insurance. And I was like, fuck, we are going to jail. This is in Forest Hill. Big, has nothing to do with color or whatever, but a big, I'm in Forest Hill, and there's a big fucking black cop pissed at me, dude. You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck, we are going to jail. And he goes back there. All of a sudden, backup comes, and I'm like, dude, we are going to jail. And he walks back up there, and I'm like, what's up, man? And he goes, I got one fucking question for you. I said, what's up? He said, why so fucking fast? And I was like, dude, I just got done doing this. And I was just showing my buddy what it could do, you know? And I looked at him and I smiled and I said, you want to hear it? And he said, he fucking smirked off and he said, I heard you. He said, you scared the fuck out of me. He said, I was on my phone, texting or doing whatever. And all I saw was this laser beam of green, because it was that lime green color. Just, whoa! Past him. It scared the fuck out of him, dropped his phone, and then he started chasing me. And then he looked at me and he said, I can dig it, brother. He said, this is a badass fucking car, dude. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, let me tell you something. He said, man, you're getting a fucking ticket today, and you're lucky you're not going to jail. And I was like, dude, you are cool as fuck. Right? Like, we dapped up and fucking, and so he said, where the fuck are you going? And I said, well, we're going up to the racetrack up here. We want to drag. He's like, get this fucking thing off my highway on a Sunday at noon. I said, well, that's where we're going. We're going to the drag strap up here in Kennedale. We're going to run it and see how fast it goes. He said, get this motherfucker off my highway. And I said, okay, yes, sir. He wrote me the ticket. And we start driving off, and I turned back around with him. And I pulled up next to him going, whom, whum. And he was like, he was like, get the fuck out of here. I mean, coolest fucking cop ever, right? I mean, cool as shit, dude. Okay, so we get to court, did the same thing. I said, but I will tell you, I will see you in court.
You told him that?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. He said, why? I said, because your speed is incorrect. He said, man, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, all right, I'm just telling you, that gun you got ain't working so good. Or whatever number you just wrote down. Okay, so we go in. I'm not going to drag the whole process out. Did the whole process again, and the judge he made me wait. Have you ever been to Fort Worth? Oh, dude. Every day is chocked. It's fucking full of fucking morons in there doing stupid shit. So he made me wait to the very end. I spent like 5 hours in this fucking court. And the judge pulled me up there and he said, you have the fucking nuts to take this fucking 121 mile an hour speeding ticket to jury trial. And I said, yes, sir. I said, because it's wrong. And I want you to prove my speed. And he said, I don't know how you figured this out. But the cop wasn't there. They had to dismiss it. Okay.
Damn.
And he again pulled me out on the outside. And he said, dude, I have to shake your hand and give you a little bit of respect. That was fucking gutsy to do that. Because I could hang you by your nuts. I said, no, you can't. And he said, what the fuck, man? I mean, he didn't say what the fuck, but he was like, dude, why did you do this? And I said, the ticket's wrong. It's wrong. I said, because the last time I looked down, I was doing 157.
After it was done, you said that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he said, God almighty. He said, I don't know if because across the street, there's this little, it's called Bailey's Barbecue. There's a little barbecue joint. He said, I don't know if I need to buy you a barbecue sandwich or if I need to smack you in the back of the head. He said, but I'm shaking your hand in respect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. Most man moment.
Most
right
man
there.
moment right there.
Oh, fucking ballsy over here. Man, fucking elephant squirting balls right here.
Maybe.
That's another reason why people need to look at the Most Man, because we covered that story early on in our Most Man stuff.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it, but it's true that you know, he told the cop, I'll see you in court. And he went, what? But the one thing I wanted to ask you, Brandon, was why didn't you, when you got busted for that rolling through stop sign, that your stoplight, you should just say, I'm just trying to save the planet, man. Global warming. Do you know how much energy it takes to get a car going from a dead stop? If we're going to have global warming and all of this stuff shoved down our throat to save the planet, and the government forces us to do all these different things, then why don't they let us roll through a stop sign when there ain't a soul around anywhere?
That's true. I should have brought the global warming thing.
I'm just trying to save the planet.
Well, I thought about my wife's Latino. I just tell them that's discrimination right here too.
Yeah,
she's a woman right here. She's scared of she feels threatened, and she's Latino, and that's
all you need.
Targeting.
Yeah,
targeting.
Yeah.
Well. But that's what the world's come down to. Everybody knows an angle, how to beat an angle.
Play the card if you can.
If they're going to play them on us, let's play them back.
That's what it is.
It's our fellow brothers, you know.
Okay, but here's what's on our side, in Texas at least, is there's still some fucking common sense. But here's the thing about all that, is that the legal system was set up to take money out of my pocket. When they mean DWI in Texas, you can't afford it, they fucking mean it.
Yeah.
They fucking mean it. So, if you want my money, come and get it.
Yeah, if I roll through a stop sign and then they don't smell marijuana in the car and you're not hammered, have a nice day. I don't have a problem with them pulling you over for rolling through a stop sign and have them say, you know what, you're really supposed to stop there. Yes, sir. I knew that. I'm sorry. That should be the end of it. You got people tied up in the trunk. You got,
I lived on the street, by the way. I lived on the street. I live right there.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, here's a most man moment. Here's a most man moment right here, is that I've gotten out of more tickets, getting tickets written to me, by just being honest with the fucking cop and saying, hey, dude, I have no excuse but the truth. I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I got pulled over in Wyoming.
It's a good place to start.
I was doing 65.
This weekend?
No, when I went up there on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
to spread
last weekend.
Yeah, spread my dad's ashes. Dude, I got caught doing a 65 and a 45, and the cop was like, dude, I was like, dude, man, I'm from Texas, man. Our average speed limit's fucking 55, man. Y'all's is 35. I'm not used to this. Okay.
Inertia.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
You're right. I deserve anything you want to give me. So fire away. But I'm just telling you, I'm sorry. I was wrong, but I have no excuse but the truth. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, what are you up here for? And I told him. Dude, he came back, man, we bullshitted for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, he's like, you're legit. He's like, do you have anything? He's like, you seem nervous. I says, because I'm in the wrong. You have a right to fucking write me a ticket right now.
And Mark's got the money to pay it, but I'm in the wrong.
But no, I'm in the wrong.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, well, do you have anything illegal in the? I said, no, I've got this. This is a beaver skin koozie right here.
Uh-huh.
And I had some arrowheads, and I had the 9-pack, the Miller Lights that everybody's drinking tonight.
Uh-huh.
That came from, well, no, it didn't come from there. But I bought a 9-pack of Miller Lite, and I was like, I got some beer in the back of the truck. And he's like, fucking A, man. He said, like, you're honest. Let me go. I've gotten out of more tickets by being honest and being like, dude, you got me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking wrong. And because it just takes all the bullshit out of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts the ball in his court. What's he going to do?
Yeah. You want to be an asshole here?
My inspection's been out a year, and the honest truth is it won't pass because they're going to have to replace the fucking engine for it to pass.
What is it, the ABS or?
It's like the fucking
check engine
head gasket leaking and causing a code.
But here's the thing: I don't think they can write you a no inspection ticket anymore.
What year is this thing?
You can't get it registered without an inspection.
Yeah.
So they got you fucked there.
What year vehicle?
13.
Yeah, because there's some like
it's not grandfathered
shit.
Okay. Yeah, I got the hookup over here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, well, we're going to end it on that. All right, Brandon, give me your handles. By the way, this is the pickle guy.
Pickle guy. It's
the pickle juice guy.
Right here.
It's a big deal.
I created pickle juice when I was 25 years old. But we got a new line coming out. It's going to be the pickle guy. Got a lot of great flavors. Stay tuned on this podcast. Follow this podcast. You got to subscribe to this podcast. Can't subscribe to anything with mine yet unless you're in the vending business. And then you can go to Vending Marketplace on Facebook and just find me there. I got a website, but it's all on there too.
Okay. Well, Tim doesn't. You got anything?
Nah.
Tim doesn't.
I'm semi-retired. I'm just hanging out with cool people and hearing crazy stories. Got a few of my own, but we got a long time.
I think we're going to have Tim selling some of our products here soon, even if it's the fucking jail over there.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Tim's going to be national sales manager for, what is this,
I'm telling you, there's a beauty to this guy.
Yeah.
None of y'all know yet.
Well, there you go. I mean,
there is a madness to this man's method, and he doesn't let it shown. It's not that he doesn't let it shown.
Master strategist.
Dude, this guy's more connected than anybody I've ever met in my life.
You just stay humble, and you know, if you're the guy at the party going, hey, I'm the party, no, you're the guy who just sits back and watches.
It's guys like you
comes to you
that always got promoted in big companies, and guys like me always get fired. I'm trying to make a name for myself.
Well, how else am I going to move up if you don't get fired?
They're like, let that fucker. He wants too much of attention. I'll just sit back here and.
I don't got to hang him. I'll let him hang himself.
Yeah, no, there's a method. There's a method, and I don't know how the fuck it ever happened, but I remember the first time I said this to him, I was like, dude, if I had your fucking list of contacts, I'd be a fucking multi-millionaire right now. What in the fuck are you not doing with this stuff? But it's him. I don't know how to explain it. You'll learn it. And as long as it's respected.
Yeah, Brandon, I can tell you're a quality guy. We haven't known each other long, but I'm looking forward to knowing you more.
Cool. All right.
I can tell, you know, you're from the heart, you know, hard-working, solid guy, and I mean that's all. We need more of those in America.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. While it still lasts.
So cheers, brothers.
I look forward to. Thank you guys for
Boom.
allowing me to come in y'all's space y'all built. for
Yeah,
a period of time.
there's all sorts of shit about to come up, dude.
This table is going to need to be longer one day with maybe some people coming up.
That's what we were talking about the other day. I'm figuring out a move on this. I can build a table, and
we'll just take the wall out. Shit, we're construction people.
Yeah, Tim put the exhaust fan in a day. So
dude. I'm going to the cigar shop tomorrow.
Yeah,
shit's getting fucking real around.
I'm going to have my first cigar I've had in probably 30 years here. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
All right, you're.
I hope I don't fall asleep though, because he said it makes you sleepy.
No, well, I'll show you how to do it to where it doesn't.
But that's the way we roll around here. Last week, everybody came out. There was a bunch of people in it. Hey, it got a little warm in here. And what happened between last week and this week? There's a freaking exhaust system got installed.
Yeah, I was here.
Because you don't mess around. You need an exhaust system? Boom, we'll do one. That's the way we work.
It's called Make It Happen. Tim's a Make It Happen guy.
No, it's a Make It Happen guy, and that's Tim's company is Air Grapevine, DFW Full Spectrum.
You're local Grapevine, huh?
Yeah,
we're neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll shoot a torpedo across the lake and
come on over and see the horses, man.
Oh, you got horses? Beautiful.
13 of them and
You're
2
kidding.
donkeys. No, over in Flower Mound.
What?
Yeah, come on over and get
Beautiful.
on one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Cool. Y'all
All
got
right.
anything else?
No, man. Look forward to the next visit, and you had a good podcast today. It'll drop next week with Chris, and we'll just keep making content.
Yeah, I've met some incredible people in the short period of time that you've branched out, other than me and you just doing the solo crap or duo crap.
Yeah.
And man, I just can't wait to see where all this goes.
Got good more people coming. I think I told you about another guy that's got the patent, and
it's fun. It's productive. It's liberating, man.
Yeah.
And I like to shoot my mouth off. My wife I'd scream at the TV watching football. She'd say, nobody can hear you.
Yeah.
You know what? Now they can.
Yeah, now they can.
Now they can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's get it on.
All right.
Peace out.
There we go. All right. Everybody out there. Come on. Let's go to Rumble. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia, themostmen.com, and jointhemensclub.com is the website. info@themostmen.com is the email if you want to reach out to us. But come on. Let's go. Need some comments, boys and girls. Let's go. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.